Oh, we back. Oh, getting this money started all right. All right, we got to jump straight into it. Bigger play where the rubber meets the road. Let's put it out there. Get them gears going. Look, I hear a lot of talk about body count. I want to have a conversation about body count. What's the definition of body count? Does body count really matter? Do women want a man that's more experienced that can show her something? And if so, doesn't that mean he would have had to have some experience with ladies? Do a man really want a woman that's experienced? And wouldn't that mean she had to have a lot of experiences with men? Let's have a conversation about body count. Do body count really matter? Do you lie about your body count? Is a man that slept with 50 women and he 32, 33 years old, does that add value to his life? Now, we speaking on he protected himself, he made a good choice in women, he ain't running around with 50 kids. Or he may have several kids. Do women really want to experience that guy? From my experience, absolutely. But they'll get online and cap and say that they want a man to be dedicated just to them. Just having a conversation. Do body count matter? What is body count? What's your definition of it? Are you ashamed? A lot of people be like, it ain't your business of what I did. I had a life. All right. Why wouldn't it be my business if you slept with 50 guys? Why wouldn't it? If I'm just choosing to sleep with you and treat you like the other 50 treated you, then it's okay. But if I'm trying to build a future with you, why wouldn't you want me to know that? Know your essence. Know those energies that you shared. We just trying to have a conversation because I'm curious. A lot of guys sleep is okay. Let's go there. Is me sleeping with 10 different women the same as you sleeping with 10 different men? Yeah, man. See, I'm having a real conversation. A lot of people don't want to have it. They say it's bias. They say double standards. Oh yeah, double standards exist. Certain things do exist. Now, is me sleeping with 10 different women the same as you sleeping with 10 different men? Let's talk about it. Even though I'm the only one talking and you paying attention, you listening, but I'm just saying in general, these are the conversations we're gonna have. Is it the same or is it different? Okay? Some people might say, well, I'm liberated. It ain't no different. Okay, well, you liberated. You want to be with those different guys. You want to experience those different things. So when you meet me, I'm under the assumption that you want to be in a relationship, that you want to eventually spend the rest of your life with somebody. All right, let's talk about it. How do you sleeping with them 10 different guys benefit me? I can tell you how me sleeping with them 10 different women benefit you. But let's talk about how you sleeping with them 10 different guys benefit the guy that you choose to spend the rest of your life with. You went to college. You started being promiscuous at the age of 18. I'm going to give you 18. Okay? I ain't going to give you 16, 15, 14, 13. No, I'm going to give you 18. Your first sexual encounter was at the age of 18. You figure, oh, I like this. I want to experience it with different people. By the time you meet somebody that's interested in you for you to consider allowing them to make you their wife, you say, all right, you 33, but you've had 10 different guys. And you 33 and you got this guy now. You don't think those 10 guys compromised you. So you ready to move forward with this guy. However, you still had those 10 there. How is that going to benefit your future husband? In what way? I'm asking because I don't know. I don't see how it could benefit you and him. Okay? Now, me on the other hand, forget the 10. Let's go 12, 13, 14, 15, 40, 50. Okay, I protected myself. I stayed careful. Boom. Good. Fresh. It affect me in a positive way because I'm finna be able to have a certain intimacy and an experience with you where I learn from certain things and I'm finna be able to give those things to you. This is how it can benefit you because you want me to be experienced. You want me to be well-rounded. You want me to be all these things, and I can't have these things in me if I didn't have a certain level of experiences. This just a fact. Otherwise, man, you have to get together and grow with each other. But this is not the discussion because we talking about body count. And then I ain't got to capture you. I can keep it real because double standards do exist and reality do exist. If you out there doing this and doing that, is there a certain type of energy jumping off on you? It could be. Shit, this ain't the end all be all. I'm just saying, is it a difference? And what is it? How important is it? Is it non-important? Can you meet me after sleeping with 20 guys and we live our life happily ever after? I don't think so. Do I want to know that you tossed somebody's salad before in your life? Absolutely. If you get with somebody and she tossed his salad and you find out after 3 years of being with her, but she never tossed your salad. See, this is a grown folk conversation and we just keeping it real. I'd like to know because we planting the seeds to have these conversations in more depth so people can take accountability and deal with the reality of the choices and the decisions that they make. Body count matter, especially when it's coming from a woman. We live a life where it's double standards that, young lady, you beautiful. And your beauty gets acknowledged ASAP. We have to grow into being who we are, and only then we get acknowledged. Okay? This is a reality. Nobody has a problem with those double standards when they there. But men don't get acknowledged from the womb. Who are you? Are you a hard worker? Are you consistent? Are you a provider? Do you have provision? Do you have a level of critical thinking skills? Are you a protector? What's your goals? What's your aspirations? What are you dedicated? We faced with all that. You short with 4 eyes. You can't see. You was a nerd in school. We get criticized for all that. I seen it. Those people don't want to address that. Now we step it up and we put ourselves in a position of power. We understand what being confident is. We understand what following God's purpose and plans is for your life. Although we make mistakes because we ain't perfect, we understand that. Okay? Now we know who we are. Okay? And it might took us to 25, 35, 45, 50. You hear me? And now we get it. Boom. Now we in our purpose. We in our meaning. We in our greatness. But here you is, so many been attracted to you, so many been chasing you, and you been able to have your pick of the litter. No. That's a good guy, but no. I'm not attracted to him. He a hard worker, but no. I'm not attracted to him. He attractive, but no. He broke. He attractive and he got money, but he don't know how to communicate. He don't have no communication skills. He boring. He like to be in the house. Just push all them to the side. Now you done had different experiences where you have to bring that to me. Yes, it's a double standard and we all have to accept it. It's certain things men can and can't do, and it's certain things women can and can't do. Now you got a few people that get lucky. They might get out here and in their past life, they was a adult film star, and they might be able to get with somebody and I ain't gonna say they live happily ever after. I haven't seen it and I ain't know too many examples of that. However, you might have those far few in between, but we talking about in general. In the general scheme of things, in the general conversation of things. We talking about just in general. How is that lifestyle gonna benefit you and your future husband? How? In what way? That you did not let that go. Say you slept with this guy. He working with an 8-piece. You meet the guy with the 6-piece. Gentleman, good. But with the 8-piece, you was really locked in with him. Will you be able to accept this 6-piece? You can lie to me. I know you finna say, yeah, because yeah, that's fine. But the fact that you experienced that and those thoughts could be still in your mind, how does that benefit me? It's just a question. It don't. It really don't. You can make up what you want to make up. It don't. Because they want to go big and long and strong. And you understand? just a question. So you finna do that with him. Then you got the other guy might have had the 6-piece, and you got a 6-piece. But he might have had. A lot of people don't want to deal with the reality of the body count. Body count matters. Body count matters. And if you limit that, it'll cause certain friction, certain energies, certain testimonies, certain burdens. You hear me? Certain behaviors. It'll cause all that to not be on you as aggressive as it would be if you had you 10 as opposed to you having you 2. I know you're short. I know you got to deal with it because you ain't had to. You know I can speak because I'm special. I know we all special. But I know you done had more than me, and I In the big scheme of things, right? Say you got a man that could have had 200. Could have slept with 200. Easy. But he slept with, I'm going to go and give him 20. I ain't going to give him 50 because, nah, I'm going to give him 20. You could have slept with 300-400, but you slept with 20. What does that say about you? You promiscuous, you slept with multiple women, you are, your sexual gratification needs is you hypersexual. It can say all that. But how about if you say I slept with that 400? What do that say about me? Is it the same? I'm just asking. To me, what it says is, even though you could have slept with the 4, you still chose to have some sort of discipline about yourself when it comes to being intimate in that way. Okay? In the SEX way, you still chose to have a level of discipline so you didn't just go out here and be reckless with it. Even though you could have. Although you could have, you didn't. That's what it showed me. If a guy got access to 400 at any given time, but he's saying, man, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that 400. I'm going to slip. I'm going to be involved and really love maybe 2 or 3 of them, maybe a little more. And then I'm going to slip maybe 15 times or 16 times. I'm going to slip. That's with 400. You 40. Okay? I commend that guy because he's still trying to hold on some sort of value. He's still trying to have some sort of balance. I'm just saying. Because it's another guy over there that did the 4. No discretion whatsoever. And he lucky he protected himself, whatever. It can be difficult for him at that point. But you, miss, I need to have some sort of mental connection, emotional stimulation to this guy. You 20 deep like I'm 20 deep. A lot of people gonna feel like it's judgmental, but it's not. It's a reality. It's of no benefit to you. Where your discretion at? Because you intimately attached to these 20 that you, the same 20, you got the same 20. I mean, you know, people gonna disagree, but it's a reality. You know, it's a reality that's happening right now. Well, this microphone right here, boom, boom, that right there is exposing a lot of people. A lot of people sitting in front of this mic and letting whatever come out their mouth, whether it's confusion, okay? Whether it's opinionated, non-factually based, whether it's aggressive, whether it's narcissistic, whether it's manipulative, they letting it come out. And the exposure is happening of how so many people that want certain outcomes ain't getting those outcomes. So body count matter. And if you a person that hasn't stepped over those thresholds and those numbers, I'm here to try to lead you astray, away from that type of thinking, which is what wasn't given to us. We just got tossed up here and said, you figure it out. She like you, she like you, she like you. Sleep with all of them, because that's what they there for. No, you don't have to do that. You might not necessarily even have to sleep with them. You might want to have experience, but make sure she respect you and make sure you respect her. Then maybe y'all can join. And you keep that respect intact. And guess what? If y'all do go separate ways and y'all can't see eye to eye, eventually you will understand that, oh, she not just a piece that I can just treat. No, she not just that. She mean more than that. And if she don't mean more than that, you got enough integrity within yourself to understand that you are valuable. And everybody just can't get access to your torpedo. See, that's me. A lot of guys ain't on my level. And there's nothing to brag about. It's just something to be proud about. A lot of ladies wanted to lay. They couldn't stay. They wanted to lay, but they couldn't stay because I wasn't on that with them. And as a man, we got certain feelings and we got certain levels that we is on when it comes to intimacy. However, if you look at a lady and you respect her, you can say to yourself, no, I'm good, queen. I'm straight. You beautiful, but I'm good. Because actually I'm on some other type of time over here. And she might look at you and feel some type of way because she's so used to guys coming at her a certain way. She can't accept the fact when you be like, no, I'm good. So now you being criticized and you the fool because you ain't acknowledging her the way she used to having herself acknowledged by certain guys that's just looking at her superficially. Yeah, it go deep. But at the EOD, body count matter. And you got to come to the forefront and be like, it ain't none of your business what I did before you. My life is my, but I guarantee you if it was one or two, you wouldn't have, your attitude ain't that. I had a few transactions with guys. I'm 33 years old. I slept with 3 guys. And this what it was. See, when you like that, you're not ashamed. You're not burdened. You don't have the Jezebel spirit. You ain't upset. You ain't talking about it don't matter because you could explain yourself to your future husband. But when you got 40 there, you mad at him. You cursing him out because you think he judging you when he ain't judging you. He just trying to figure out who you are, where you come from, what you into. So when everybody be trying to talk around body count, this is in this conversation, because this is where we at, because this here microphone is exposing people, it matters. Yes, it does. And we should be able to talk about it. And if you young, especially to the young ladies and the young men, think about what you doing before you do it. Don't listen to everybody talking about don't you. No. If you a young lady and a young man, be proud. Understand that torpedo, that Statue of Liberty is an amazing thing. And if you get to a certain point, it has a lot of power and it runs a whole lot. But you have to understand that as an individual. So you don't have to go and lay with everything because you know who you are. And it got to be something special to access that from you. And women, I shouldn't even have to say this because your mama supposed to tell you. You got to know how special and important you is. So if I'm the goofball running up on you and you falling for the okie doke, then you lining it with the goofball. But if I'm the stand tall man and you falling for the okie doke, I'm not going to allow it. So at that point, goofball out the way. Okay? Now, if I'm a stand tall man and you're a stand tall woman, we grown, we both going to accept whatever finna transpire one way or the other. And there ain't going to be no bitterness involved. You don't got to do that to everybody. Because once you tap in with somebody that's tapped in with you, they really going to give you everything that you need. That's a fact. Men got to go through certain things in life that women don't have to go through in order to become a man. See? Women gonna go through certain things in life in order to become a woman that has nothing to do with a man. I know that went over your head. I know that went over your head. Body count matter. If you got over 7 bodies, pray on it. Do a little repenting. If you got over 6 bodies, pray on it. Do some repenting. Focus. If you got over 5 bodies at 20 years old, you're going to need a little more than prayer. Therapy, counseling, prayer, things of that nature maybe would get you out of this space and this stage that you're in. See, I'm not a perfect man, and I ain't about judging. But I learned in life, if it's certain things that I would have been showed and things that would have been expressed to me back in the 90s and the 2000s, then I can be a different breed at that point. But now certain things has been exposed to me that I can give it to you that wasn't given to me. And it's important. Certain things is not going to add value to your future. Certain things are. Reading, wisdom, good conversations, critical thinking skills, the fact that you can debate with somebody without going into your emotional feelings, and you can respect where they coming from, and you can respect where you coming from, and your perception of that can be changed, grow, more wisdom, elevated. This conversation can really, really go deep. We really can have a lot that we can address when it comes to body count. Because so many people talk about the body count. And I'm getting comfortable talking about different things. And I'm here to try to bring my perspective to the world, possibly better the world. And I want you to come in here and hate with your hating ass. I need you in here. I need you in here hating. I need you talking down. I need you talking crazy. I need you to come on in here and pay attention. And I know you're scared. I know you're scared because you probably like, man, I know him. I know his kind. I don't want to be supportive. I don't want to listen to him. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't really even got it. Like, I need you to come on in with that. Come on in. And even if you don't come now, you gonna come because I'm gonna show up. And what I'm giving you, you ain't gonna be able to get from everywhere. Ooh, I'm getting more and more comfortable every single day. And you might not catch it right now, but you're gonna catch it. Yep, you're gonna catch it. So if you're thinking about being promiscuous, right now I'm talking to the young ladies. Because you are beautiful. You have substance, and they got a lot of energy out here trying to shift you away from what I'm talking about. I can tell. I've been blessed to meet some special women in my life and know that they ain't as trifling as most are. Okay? People gonna hate. They're gonna be like, man, how you know? Because they want to throw everybody under the bus. But you don't have to throw yourself under the bus. You can become better. You can become anew. But there's no need to become anew if you're fresh. In that way, you ain't got to sleep with 8,000 men just to know I didn't have to do that. You can sleep with 1 or 2 and correct yourself. Be out here. Carry yourself a certain way. Body count matter. Don't let them fool you. I wish I would wake up to my lady I've been with 2 years, kind of find, because I got to be a level of senile, a level of naiveness at this age not to be able to pick that up. I know a lot of people ain't got the integrity to know. You gonna know. Something gonna happen to show you some signs, some energy. Something gonna show you some videos gonna pop up. You jump out here and you get outside your body. It's gonna jump out there. You with me, we living good, everything going good, but it's all cap. If you ain't told me who you was in the essence and you had a 30-piece spicy, man, not me, I ain't the one. I don't need that living in the back of. This is a reality. People live with things. And they'll walk in this lane. You hear me? They'll have them blinders on. They don't want to accept the reality. But in this life, you can go straight ahead and you can focus. But you also want to look to your left and you want to look to your right. And you want to look behind you because you want to know what's going on in your life, in the world, in the things that's surrounding you. So when you got them blinders on, that sound good. For focus purposes, that's all right. But when we in a situation, man, what's going on over there? What's going on? You need to look around. If you don't, you ain't gonna know what's going on. Then when it hits you, it's gonna hit you so hard, you ain't gonna be able to deal with it. Body count matters. You can bounce back. But at the end of the day, it matters. Yeah. Having a certain level of discipline, it matters. That means you're going to be able to be giving yourself to somebody in a certain way where it's deemed to be very, very special, very, very complete, very, very respectable, very, very balanced. When you get that 10-piece spicy up under you, and then who's to say one of them peoples that you dealt with ain't popping up? Because you told him, you looked him in his eyes and said, ooh, forever. But you lied because you was in your feelings. Y'all was intimate. And now he able to say, man, you mine forever. If it ain't me, you can't nobody. See, you alleviate all that when you do like what I'm explaining to you to do. Be real careful who you choose to lay with, stay with, procreate with. It's a fact. And a lot of people not going to bring that to you because so many people, he just, it is what it is. Who run the world, girls? All my single ladies. All my single ladies. That beautiful queen went and got married. And we just going to continue this in a little while. The body count. Do it really matter? Absolutely. All right.